Hey y'all. Okay, I'm going to do something that's been in my spirit. Not because I necessarily want to, but because I've been called to. And I'm going to be obedient, despite how I may feel about it. See, sometimes I realize that the hardest person to talk to is myself. And I don't mean the version that shows up confidently, the one that's in meetings, doing the work. I'm talking about the real me. The one who knows that she's been called to do something bigger, but still feel unsure. Like, how do you lead a movement, a business, build a platform, when some days you're just trying to believe in your own voice? So if you've ever asked yourself that, me too. And that's who I'm building this thing for, us. People think leadership is about confidence and how you show up. But leadership is about conversations. And I don't mean the ones that you're having with people. I'm talking about the conversations that you're having with yourself. See, I was doing all of the work, showing up, staying strong, being resilient. But inside, I have the four voices that everyone has inside. The critic, the comforter, the cheerleader, the coach. The critic is always going to tell you that you're not good enough, you're not ready. And the comforter is going to say, take your time, play it small. The cheerleader is going to be there when you do something great. But when you really need courage, that's where you need the coach. But she's buried under doubt. And then I realized no one teaches us how to lead ourselves. We're out here breaking generational curses, building platforms, and praying our way through. But no one has given us the language for the inner work. And I don't mean affirmations, because everything that you're doing is working out for you. So I'm building this thing. It's called R.I.S.E. And it's not a formula. It's a fight plan for every time you feel like giving up. Every time you enter a room and you question yourself and you don't believe that you belong there. Every time that your voice trembled, but you spoke anyway. So R stands for remember. Remember who you are. And sometimes you got to sit yourself down and say, girl, you didn't make it this far by accident. You have to remember who you are, whose you are, who called you to do the thing that you're doing. Because the critic, she'll always try to make you forget your progress, forget your purpose. Remember who you were when you were unhealed and trauma, the timelines, make you forget how God showed up for you before and will do it again and again and again. Remembering is a spiritual strategy. It grounds you. It silences the noise. It brings back your authority because you have the courage to conquer through the authority of God. And once you remember who you are, it will ignite your voice, your creativity, your capacity to believe. For some of us, the flame didn't go out. It's just buried under life, kids, relationships. And the world wants you to be silent, but we need you to speak. We need your sound. We don't need you to be perfect. We just need you to be present. Because when you're present, you'll stand. And that's what S stands for. Standing in your truth. Standing when it's unpopular. Standing when you're called and people question or they don't get it. Standing when you feel shaky, but you still show up. I've had to stand while crying, standing when no one was clapping, when I felt alone. But baby, I didn't fold. I got stronger. And that's where my resilience was built. Because every day I get a chance to do what God has called me to do. And it's not about having everything together. It's about keep going anyway. And lastly, but certainly not least, this is why we do this. It's for you to expand. So you were never meant to be contained. You were never meant to be stopped. Your story has to be told and has to be seen. You don't have to ask for permission because you have authority. And you just need to start walking in that authority that God already gave you. See, expansion is not about you doing more. It's about you being more comfortable about you being you. Unapologetically. Happily you. And not going to shrink for anyone at any point in time. And I'm talking to myself. I'm just talking to me. Because sometimes I still fight the critic. I have doubt. But I'm learning to listen to this small, still voice in my head. I was never meant to fit in. I was meant to rise. And now I'm going to help other women do the same. So if this spoke to you, this will be your space. And I don't mean a space for you to perform or impress or push. I mean your space to be real, to be ready and willing to rise.